What is up, home workout and bodyweight exercise fans? In today's video of Homemade Muscle, I'll be talking about a topic that a lot of you struggle with. So this guy Nathan sent me an email and asked me, how come he can't get over his tendency to binge eat. He knows what to do exactly, how to diet. He knows what things work for him if he stays compliant to them, but he just tends, in the end to just overeat and gain weight. So because of this, he can lose that, extra belly fat, and, it's an issue he just can't figure out. So if you're trying everything, if you find out what diet works for you, if you have figured that out, and I've made a lot of videos about that. I'm gonna push some above with some links, and so you can get some tips about dieting. But if you have figured out already what you have to be doing, because in the end, it kinda is quite simple. You just have to eat less, eat healthier, and move more. But that's sort of like telling a depressed person, don't worry, be happy. It doesn't work. So here's the thing. When you know all this and nothing still works, when you tend to just keep on overeating, you have to look for the root of the problem deeper. And by deeper, I mean within. So food is pretty often used as a dietary painkiller. We feel bad, we eat, we feel a little bit better for just a few moments, and then we probably feel even worse because we messed up our diet, and so now we have the initial problem, the trigger, and the second problem, which is that you just ate a lot more. So you just mess up things a lot more. So this is a typical cycle of basically suppressing yourself, not eating for a long while the things you want to eat and the portions you want to eat, and then breaking down and eating a lot. And this just keeps on happening, either on like a bigger cycle or even in an everyday basis. You start really healthy and you just mess up things. So by looking deep within, you have to look for the trigger that's causing this lack of discipline. And food is a huge biological need. You're basically fighting 200,000 years of evolution, because you could say that we're wired to grab whatever is in front of us and eat it because of fear of scarcity, that it won't be available in the future. And although we have evolved a lot more than that, but that's the primal urge. And we do have our more critical skills nowadays. We can think more, we know what's best for us, but what's missing most of the times is discipline. And when emotional health is low, discipline is also a lot lower. You have a lot less of it. So figure out what's happening. Why are you eating? What's wrong in your life? And how to do this? Well, for the next week, here's what you're gonna do, Nathan. For the next week, every day you feel that you've eaten all your calories, all the stuff you need, and you want to eat more, or something that's not in your diet, not that healthy, just sit down and observe yourself. Do some mindfulness meditation, ideally, if you can, or just sit down, eliminate all distractions around you, clothes, computers, music, everything. Just sit in a calm place and see what's happening. Why am I not as disciplined as I would want to be? What's happening inside? What's making me uncomfortable? Are you sad, angry, frustrated, stressed? Find that feeling and find what's causing it. So once you do that, I want you to write it on a paper, and next write a solution for this problem. You don't have to figure the solution out from the first day. You can just write whatever comes in your mind. If you're struggling, if you can't think of a solution, just write the silliest, most obvious solution you can think. Just it can even be something stupid, in the first days. If you're struggling, just make sure you sit down, identify the emotional state you are, write down what could be a possible solution, and then engage to the food you want to eat. And even from the first day or second day, maybe you'll realize that once you write these things down and you then go to eat, you're gonna eat less than you would probably eat initially, because you've already started to give your mind some understanding of what's happening. This way you're giving yourself a little bit of compassion. You understand why you're behaving this way, instead of just criticizing yourself and I'm not disciplined, I'm weak, I'm stupid, or whatever the case. By doing this, create that self-compassion, and you also give your mind some relief. You give it some closure in some way, that you figure out what's happening. So do this for 7 days, and you're gonna come to a conclusion of what you can do, what solutions you can give a try. And you don't always have to write down a really clear solution. It can also be a call to action. So say I'm going to research books on this problem I have, to see what are people offering out there. Because whatever problem you're going through, guess what? You're human, and a ton of other humans have gone through it, and 99.9% of the times people have written a book about this problem, on how to fix it. And maybe the first book won't work. Most times for me, most first books didn't work. But it was the book that the first book led to that gave me the solution in the end. Or, not always a book or a person. Seek people who've gone through the similar problem and see what they did. So this is my solution for you, Nathan. Give it a try for a week. I promise you it will help you. And until next time, keep on training.